South Africans play with Nigerians, not knowing that Nigeria is playing a great role in the lives of South Africans and in the lives of the biggest companies and entrepreneurs that South Africa owns. One of the biggest companies in South Africa is MTN. And MTN will definitely crumble in Africa if they leave Nigeria. If MTN is big enough and smart enough, they will never leave Nigeria. That's why they are there. How many South African companies are in Nigeria? We have ShopRite, we have MTN, we have so many of them. But guess what? WAHALA, because MTN in Nigeria is already losing billions. MTN in Nigeria this year alone, 6 months gone into this year, MTN in Nigeria has lost already about 20% of their entire revenue. This is a company that is worth hundreds of billions of rands. Okay? Hundreds of billions of rands. South Africa MTN company. But right now, the company has lost a lot of money. We are talking of billions of rands that MTN has lost because of Nigeria. Because of Nigeria. And I'm going to tell you guys why and how South Africa's biggest company, MTN, is losing a lot of money in Nigeria. There are a lot of things attributed to it. There are a lot of factors. You see, average South Africans, especially these black ones, the two mumu, they don't understand. They can never understand these things that I'm explaining to you now. When they go on the internet and try to talk bad about Nigerians, they go on the internet preaching all the negative things they preach about Nigerians, telling the world how Nigerians, they sell powder, telling the world that Nigerians are not good people, Nigerians should be chased away. They don't know that those Nigerians can also affect them, because if Nigeria says, okay, you want to boycott Nigeria in your country, you want to chase Nigerians out of South Africa, we will boycott all South African companies and all South African products. If Nigeria eventually does that, guess what will happen? South Africa will be the one losing the biggest, because Nigerians don't need to go to South Africa anyway. A lot of them are not, first of all, there. We saw the statistics the other day in the previous video I did, and we don't even have up to 30,000 Nigerians in South Africa anymore. We don't have 30,000 South Africans in Nigeria, but you will be shocked at the number of South Africans that are in Nigeria and the number of South African companies that are making profit off Nigeria. So South Africans, you are joking with the wrong country. If anything is happening in Nigeria, there are so many ways that the Nigeria economy or Nigerians can affect the South Africa economy directly. So South Africans must be careful how they treat Nigeria. It is very, very important that South Africa maintains a friendly relationship with Nigeria. That's why, despite all the things that you black South Africans come online and say, your government of South Africa will never come and say anything wrong about Nigeria. South Africa government will always respect Nigeria from day 1 to day 100. South Africa government will never joke or play with Nigeria, because they know that it takes one decision and many South African businesses will crumble. Many South African businesses will crumble to the ground. One decision from the Nigeria government. South Africa government is wise enough. At least it's a white government. The whites own the government. So at least they know what is good for them. Unlike the blacks who are just trying to just do what they don't understand. They are just trying to do what will affect them. They don't even know. Understand? So what do you think is making MTN and other top South African companies to be losing this kind of money in Nigeria? What do you think? A lot of you will think, oh, maybe it's because Nigerians are trying to retaliate and tell South Africans off, because South Africans are they chase away Miss Universe, Miss South Africa, Chidima from Miss South Africa. They are treating Nigerians in South Africa badly. You will think that because of that, Nigerians have decided that no, okay, let us also deal with South Africa companies in Nigeria. No, to an extent, some Nigerians will do that, because some Nigerians are already talking about boycotting South African products. There are many Nigerians who are already talking about leaving MTN, leaving all the South African products and companies in Nigeria. There are Nigerians who are already preaching that. But to a greater extent, that is not it, but it also affects those South African businesses. The decisions that Nigerians are taking to boycott certain South African products, it also affects those companies. You understand? And you have to know that Nigeria has the biggest population in Africa, which means that companies like network companies, especially MTN, that need the massive population to make that massive profit they are making, they already know that 200 and something million Nigeria is not a small market. So imagine that those 200 million people decide to abandon MTN. It will definitely cost MTN like half of its revenue. Half of its revenue will go away. And they know it. So they will never play with Nigeria to that extent. That's why the government of South Africa will never come out to support the blacks against Nigerians. They will never come out to preach that, oh, let us chase Nigerians away. No, they can only do it through other means indirectly, but they will never come out directly and attack the Nigerian people, because they know that South Africa will be the one to lose the highest way. You understand? Now, look at what's going on with the Nigerian economy. The inflation that is affecting the naira. Let's be honest. I want to be honest with you guys. The inflation that is affecting the naira, South Africans take it for a joke. You guys use it to laugh at Nigerians. Africans use it to laugh at Nigerians. The inflation is finishing off Nigeria, without knowing that anything that is happening to the Nigeria economy, directly or indirectly, will affect the entire African economy. That's why we keep saying that until Nigeria stands, Africa will not stand. When Nigeria becomes free and politically strong and economically free, Africa will also gain that freedom. Because many African companies thrive because of Nigeria in one way or the other, either the population, like I've explained with MTN, or the entertainment sector, or all those other sectors. So by the time the inflation is affecting the naira, it's affecting every other business connected to naira, affecting all other African companies connected to Nigeria. And so as naira is going down, guess what? Every South African company in Nigeria, every business that is in Nigeria, we also face massive losses. And that's why you see the South African companies in Nigeria are losing a lot of money, billions and billions of rands. It's not a joke. So it is your own good interest as a South African to make sure that you pray for Nigeria, to make sure that you defend Nigeria. Some people always ask me, why am I defending Nigeria? Because I know that if Nigeria is good, life in Africa will averagely be good for everybody. So as a South Africa, defend Nigeria. Make sure that you pray and help Nigeria have a great economy, because you will benefit of it. Ghanaians and all other Africans will benefit of it. It's very simple. It is what it is. Your boy Ajo Max, you on this one again. Smash the like button, smash the notification bell. Come back anytime you're free, because there's always more beautiful and amazing videos just for y'all. God bless y'all. Cheers.